Roxy.
We can share.
Oh,
Oh, man.
And that really does feel like the start of a TV fight comeback. Yes. Nothing better than us being delayed like that. Holy crap, has it been a minute since we've been here. And if you were wondering if Lucille has changed, she looks the same to me. No, they threw away my old bat. It was a big issue. It's fine. But let's come back with some of our most amazing fighters, the people who have earned their spot at this table for the TV Fights comeback. And might I mention, it is all women in film at the table. Starting to my left, it is Yael Teagle in the house.
Hello.
Hey.
I'm a princess. Hello.
Very elegant of you.
Yeah,
Yes?
I'm ready to throw down, so I thought I'd start off polite.
Okay. Stacey Howard.
Hey, I'm not elegant at all. What's up, guys? I'm just gonna start off like this.
I'm a show boy. Yeah.
How's it going? How do I follow these lovely women? Oh, right, by destroying them.
By
okay.
smashing them to legitimate smithereens.
To little tiny bits.
And here to help us
Thank you so much
judge
for calling
who
me tiny.
smashes
Oh,
the
thank you.
most
Oh my God.
is, of course, oh my gosh, hi, Ken.
Hey, Roxy.
We brought him back. He came back in. He's sitting there, and I'm looking at him.
It's great old times. Billy stole my hair from when I was here.
And apparently our dry cleaning got mixed up a little bit.
so
I took the
fancy.
pit boss outfit today, so
Billy business in the house, too.
yeah, I guess I'm living up to the business moniker today.
Absolutely.
Wow, I didn't even think about that, but he's not doing the pony. You were doing the pony more. He's now got the, so it's a different vibe.
Luxurious.
Both in the beards.
Yes.
Both
Let's talk
too amazing.
hairstyles afterwards. You do my hair later.
Billy's like, we're on a time crunch, okay? We will reminisce afterwards, but now we are going to get into this unbelievable fight. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
Yes.
Let's do this.
I never want it to end, but it has to at some point. What was the best TV series of 2017? That is the question. Yeah, we are starting with you and making our way around the table.
The answer is, of course, The Handmaid's Tale.
Good choice.
Thank you. You may have forgotten, Roxy, but I just say the name.
Oh, right. You're a mic drop kind of gal. Stacey, what do you got?
Okay. Oh gosh. Okay. Well, I just want to say, looking at the television series options for 2017, I was really excited and proud of the female-driven stories we were presented with. But you know what? I gotta go with Glow. That's right, you guys, the gorgeous ladies of wrestling. For the other choices we had today, my fight was, I mean, it's hard to go against them, but I picked that because it transcends going for a specific genre or targeted audiences and can really appeal to everyone.
When you talk about TV series appealing to everyone, you're going to have to go with my choice. And I was actually a little bit lucky with mine because unlike these other two series who are in their infancy, mine had 3 series beforehand to kind of prove its worth and is in series 4, Black Mirror. I mean, really, this kind of series, it just transcends everything. It goes from comedy, it goes from sci-fi, it goes to horror, and it just kind of all encompasses. It's such a great show, and it was my favorite for 2017.
All right, now crush each other.
All right, so here's the problem with Black Mirror. Yes, it has these different elements, but this season, from the 2017 season, was one of the most highly anticipated seasons and one of the most disappointing seasons. The episodes were mismatched and the vibe was wrong, and it felt like the show has already jumped the shark. Talking about Glow,
No. First of all, I'm going to jump in here because, first of all, the 3 BAFTAs, the Hugo Award, and the Saturn Award, it's already been nominated for and or won, kind of already proves you wrong. And personally, I'm waiting for the 2018 Emmys because guaranteed it's just going to jump and keep going even more than it did back in the 2017.
You'd like to talk about awards?
Let's forget about awards for a
Also
second.
about, if you're talking about it being disjointed, they had an entire thing in the very last episode of Black Museum where they're showing all of these different aspects from the other episodes, proving that it can really be one of the same universe. They had the DNA scanner from USS McAllister, they had the Archangel tablet, they had the bathtub from Crocodile. It really proved that it was an overarching series. It wasn't just like standalone little episodes.
Let's forget about these 2 downers for a second and talk about the upper that is Glow. An injection of fun, you guys. I mean, you've got everything in the series. Comedy, drama, a little action in there, 80s nostalgia, which is very on trend right now, and it has beautiful relationships, very dynamic between all the women. You've got friendships, you've got betrayal, you've got very serious issues like adultery and abortion being touched on. You got Mark Maron, the, dad of the series. He's like the distant dad I never had that I really wanted in my life. So
You wanted a Coke binging dad?
Yeah, I
Okay,
did.
great.
Who
Yes,
tried to
I
have sex with you in the end?
you
And
know,
I'm sorry, when
you
you're
know,
saying it
everyone
touches
knows.
on abortion, it touched on it being like, hey, what if we had a fight that ended in an abortion? It'd be great on the stage.
That
You
happens
guys,
a lot
let's talk about
sometimes. It
serious
doesn't have to
issues.
be
Let's
this-
talk about
it
serious
doesn't
issues.
have
The
to be this
Handmaid's
thing.
Tale, first of all, awards. Let's talk about that for a second. The Emmy for
Awards,
Outstanding
awards,
Drama
awards.
Series. Lead actress Elizabeth Moss. Supporting actress, writing, directing, guest star of Alexis Bledel. So awards, yeah, sorry, we won. But
When
Handmaid's Tale.
when we're talking actors, we can talk Jodie Foster being an Oscar-winning actress, directing one of the episodes, and Letitia Wright,
not an
who is
Oscar-winning
now- who is
director.
now jumping into Black Panther and is just loving my life right now. So, like,
The Handmaid's Tale is one of the most relevant shows on TV.
Horrifying shows.
Relevant and a cautionary tale. It is something that we can all watch and go, oh crap, this might be happening. Maybe we should do something. Maybe we should wake up and say something. And the acting is outstanding on it. They have won Outstanding Lead Actress. It's an amazing show. It's relevant, and it doesn't need to transcend audiences. Audiences are watching it because they want to. They want to see it. They want to know what's happening. And this season of the second season was super exciting. Everyone was ready for it to come back, and it came back and they're happy. Whereas Black Mirror, last season, people were like, "What? This show's done. We're done."
No, I'm sorry. No one who watched USS Callister said that the show is done. It was.
You're right. It's
really,
everyone who
it
watched
was
Metalhead.
literally
One
referred
episode,
to.
Metalhead
one
that
episode
everyone
of the
said.
series.
referred
It's
to
the
as one of the
series
best episodes of
2017.
television ever.
Series
Yeah,
of
and if the
2017.
question had been what is the most fun series of 2017, I would give it to you, but it's not. It's
That's
what's
a lot
the
more
best
than
series
just
of
fun, though. So these
2017.
two series are a great cautionary tale, as you said, about what could happen. But Glow is based on
likely
real
happening.
characters, a real show that happened, and it is still inherently interesting. So that's a lot more difficult to take a true story and true people that existed. We already know what happened to that show. We already know what happened to those characters. There's a documentary about it, but we still wanted to watch that story and see what goes on. But you guys, this is just a cautionary tale, and I'm just like shocked and heartbroken at the end. And it's such a downer. I want to be uplifted. I want inspiring stories.
You
of
want
women.
uplifting, all you really have to do is watch Hang the DJ. It's such an adorable romantic comedy between the two, and you're really fighting for this couple the entire time, and it actually leads toward a dating app that I would personally want to use that actually matches you with someone that you've already gone through 1,000 different iterations with over the internet.
I don't know what it is that you guys are
Tinder.
looking for in a show, but what I'm
That's what-
looking
I
for
want
in
a
a
show
show
that's not depressing the entire time and is not fun the entire time, but you actually get to experience both within it.
Remember when the mom is stuck in the bear? That's so fun. I love that. I love that.
The Handmaid's Tale gives you a show that, yes, it is a cautionary tale, and yes, it is incredibly relevant, but it is also a show that is interesting to watch. You don't know what's going to happen. It is terrifying and exciting. You're on the edge of your seat, and you're invested in these characters. You cry watching this show. I don't know anyone who's cried watching either
I
of your
cried
shows.
watching Glow. Come on.
Wow.
Well, I mean,
So
those
it's-
leggings
it's
were
a fun
beautiful.
show, and then I
It's stories
cried.
about women. It's
Those leggings and
emotional.
leotards were
Oh,
beautiful. I mean, a
Handmaid's
good
Tale's
legging
not
and
a
leotard
story about
combo will
women.
make me
Oh,
cry
no.
as well.
They
I
had
get
some
it.
nice
I
high
get it.
cheekbones. They had that 80s blush going on. It was great. We
All
can't
you
deny
needed
the
was
80s
a good
blush.
Eric Pride like Call on Me remix, and it was really just a music video from 10 years ago.
Oh, dang. That was harsh.
Okay, so besides just the performances, because we keep harping on that, and also like what makes you cry, why is your show the standalone best show? What makes it better? Because we're describing the same thing. Better performance, makes me cry more or less. What makes it the best?
Mine's more well-rounded than the other two shows. Those are very specific genres that only like a niche audience might enjoy, but mine is all ages, all genders, people that enjoy all kinds of different kinds of films and television. Everything is encompassed in Glow with that.
Personally, I feel like, as far as when she's talking about Handmaid's Tale being something that might come to pass, Black Mirror to me is always something that is a lot more immediate when you're talking about things that might come to pass. Because we're talking about everything from AI, we're talking about dating apps, we're talking about just the internet in general, social media cues, hashtags being like drones coming after people. Like, these are real and immediate things that actually could happen and are actual questions that we kind of have to start thinking about just as a society moving forward. Like, who really do we want to be? Handmaid's Tale, while very compelling and a really good story, like, I'm sorry, I see is just much farther off.
Yeah.
We really don't have like a fertility crisis impending yet.
So I disagree that Glow is the one show that everyone's watching and all the other shows are niche. I don't know many people that are watching Glow compared to Black Mirror and Handmaid's Tale. But also, when it comes to Black Mirror, I think that up until literally the last season, it was great. This last season, it knocks it off, and it is not the best of 2017. It was, in fact, possibly the worst. Handmaid's Tale was a new show this season. It came out, and it was just jaw-dropping. Everyone I know is talking about it. Everyone is watching it, and they're making sure that they're not missing an episode because they don't want to be spoiled. It's the Game of Thrones effect. It's the Westworld effect. It's the show everyone's watching and everyone's talking about.
All right, based on these
about
arguments,
Westworld?
I want to go over to my men over there. Billy, starting with you, what do you think?
Yeah, I think, look, all great arguments. All three of you proving why some of the best fighters that we have in the Screen Junkies roster. But for me, I think Michelle was able to take the best of Yells and the best of Stacy's and say, hey, my show's got both of those. So my point goes to Michelle.
All right, Ken, where's your point?
Look, I'm looking online here. I got people checking in using the hashtag Movie Fights Live. We got Chicken Parmesan. I like it. Glow is for all ages. This is their nudity in it. We got Patricia Carrillo saying, now that I'm home, I can tweet again. That's good. Welcome to the show. She also says Roxy has both of her TV fights. Guys, but in terms of the actual show, there's some good points. Zach Arnberger says, I like Yale's points, but I think she gave up too much ground already. Michelle is killing this round. I do like what Billy said here, where I felt Yale didn't address her show. She was just putting opinions into Black Mirror. And at first, the ratings, trying to do a little bit of fact checking, which is technically my job. The Rotten Tomatoes audience scores are holding steady, 93% and 83% audience score, though that is down about 8% from last season.
Boom. So where's your point, though, Ken? Because unlike before, where you didn't get to have a point,
I know the new rules here kind of confusing.
Now you do.
I have a lot more gray in my beard. I would second Billy, and I gotta go with Boyd here.
So since they both give it to Michelle, you are the one that becomes the victor. I will say that I happen to agree with my men on this one. It did take the best of both worlds, and when they fought against you saying that there was no fun in it, you threw back Hang the DJ at them. So that is where it's at, Michelle. Boyd for the win.
Yes. Thank you. And thank you, ladies. That was a very tough argument.
Super tough.
How's
Both
that
of your
feel?
shows are amazing.
It could be our last TV Fights moment. Does this count as our episode
I don't know,
100?
a lot of people were asking if this is canon. I think it's Elseworlds because I'm wearing Kin's hair and clothes, so I clearly think
This is canon. I've got the old shirt on. This counts. It's episode 100.
Okay, the fact checker says 100. There you go. Happy birthday, TV Fights.
Well, if it counts, it
got
counts.
an A.
But that doesn't mean you guys can't tweet and ask for another 100th episode if you want. Just saying.
Please.